Imagine you have a 12-liter bucket full of water and two empty ones, a 7-liter and a 5-liter. None of them have any markings or measurements. Now, here's the catch. How can you measure out exactly 1 liter of water using only these 3 buckets without any guessing? Most people get confused when they see this problem and start randomly pouring water back and forth. But in this video, you're going to see how a perfectly clean logic and a brilliant Japanese geometric trick can solve this riddle in a few simple, certain moves. Hello, friends, and welcome to our channel. All right, let's first solve the problem visually and directly to see what happens. Our rule is the same as always. Buckets must be either completely filled or completely emptied. No half-filling or eyeballing. Ready? Let's begin. Move 1. First step. We fill the 5-liter bucket from the main bucket. Now, 7 liters remain in the main bucket, and our small bucket is completely full. Move 2. Now we pour these 5 liters into the medium bucket. As you can see, our 7-liter bucket now holds 5 liters of water. Move 3. Again, we fill the 5-liter bucket using the main bucket. By doing this, only 2 liters remain in the 12-liter bucket. For now, we leave the medium bucket as it is. Move 4. Pay close attention. Now, we pour from the 5-liter bucket into the medium bucket until it's completely full. Since the 7-liter bucket only had room for 2 more liters, exactly 3 liters of water remain in our small bucket. Move 5. Now it's time to empty the 7-liter bucket entirely back into the main bucket. This brings the main bucket up to 9 liters, and our medium bucket is completely empty again. Move 6. We transfer the 3 liters we were holding in the small bucket into the 7-liter bucket. Move 7. Once more, we fill the 5-liter bucket from the main bucket. Since we had 9 liters, 4 liters now remain in the main bucket, and our 5-liter bucket is full. And now, the moment you've been waiting for? The medium bucket already has 3 liters, so how much more room does it have? Exactly 4 liters. Simply pour 4 liters from the 5-liter bucket into the 7-liter bucket to fill it up. That's it. Exactly 1 liter of water remains in the 5-liter bucket. We did it. Without any measuring tools, just a few transfers, we created exactly 1 liter. You might think, well, I got lucky this time. But what if the buckets were 10 and 3 liters? Or what if I wanted to make 4 liters? This is where most people get lost in the transfers. But there is a scientific and engineering method that the Japanese are very fond of, allowing you to solve any problem like this without trial and error. This extraordinary method is this. We have 3 buckets here, but since the total amount of water is always constant at 12 liters, our job becomes much easier. If we know the amount of water in 2 buckets, the 3rd bucket is automatically determined. So we only need to focus on the 2 smaller buckets. Let's create a play space. This space is actually a coordinate grid in the shape of a parallelogram, made up of small equilateral triangles. On this grid, we'll use the horizontal axis for the 5-liter bucket and the other axis for the 7-liter bucket. Our playing field is a parallelogram with a length of 5 units and a width of 7 units. Every point on the boundaries of this shape represents a state of our buckets. For example, point 00 means both small buckets are empty and all 12 liters are in the main bucket. Point 50 means the 5-liter bucket is full and the 7-liter is empty. Point 57 means both the 5 and 7-liter buckets are completely full. Our goal? To reach the number 1 in one of the buckets. This means moving from point 00 as our origin and reaching a point on this map where one of the coordinates is 1, for example, point 10. What does point 10 mean? It means the moment the small bucket has exactly 1 liter inside and the medium bucket is empty. But not every move is allowed. There is one simple rule. Our movement starts as a straight line, like a billiard ball. We only stop when we hit a wall, the sides of the parallelogram. When we hit a wall, our path reflects at the exact same angle, just like light hitting a mirror. We aren't allowed to stop in the middle. Stops only happen on the edges. So, our path will be a zigzag. Move, hit, reflect, move again, until we finally reach our destination. Ready to follow the path? Let's go step by step. Start at point 0, and move to 5, reflect and hit 0, 5. Reflect and move to 5, 5. The next reflection takes us to 3, 7. From there, we hit 3, 0. Then to 0, 3. The next reflection brings us to 5, 3. Reflect to hit 1, 7. And finally, a green vector takes us to our goal, 1, 0. And there it is. While drawing these vectors, we've noted the points on the left side of the screen. When we translate these paths back into the real world, it's truly amazing. Every move on this grid corresponds to a specific filling or emptying of the buckets. Let's check the main 12-liter bucket, too. By knowing the two smaller buckets, the state of the main bucket is always clear. Look at the table on the left, so we don't lose our way. State 0. Initially, the main bucket has 12 liters of water, and the other two buckets are completely empty. Next state, 0.5, 0, and 7. This means we fill the small bucket completely using the main bucket. Now, 7 liters remain in the main bucket, and the medium bucket is still empty. Next state, 0.05 and 7. This means we empty the water from the small bucket into the medium bucket. The medium bucket now has 5 liters. The main bucket is still at 7 liters, and the small bucket is empty again. Next state, 0.5, 5, and 2. This means we fill the small bucket from the main bucket once more. Now, only 2 liters remain in the main bucket, and the medium bucket still has its 5 liters. Next state, we have reached 0.3, 7, and 2. This means we pour from the small bucket into the medium bucket to fill it up completely. Since the medium bucket only had room for 2 more liters, 2 liters are transferred and 3 liters remain in the small bucket. Next state, 0.30 and 9. This means we empty the medium bucket entirely back into the main bucket. Now, the main bucket has 9 liters of water, the medium bucket is empty, and the small bucket still has 3 liters in it. Next state, 0.03 and 9. This means we transfer those 3 liters from the small bucket to the medium bucket. Now, the medium bucket has 3 liters, and the small bucket is empty. Next state, 0.5, 3, and 4. This means we fill the small bucket from the main bucket one more time. Since we had 9 liters, 4 liters now remain in the main bucket. And now, the final state, 0.1, 7, and 4. This means the medium bucket already had 3 liters, so it has room for 4 more. We fill the medium bucket completely from the small bucket. By doing this, 4 liters are transferred, and exactly 1 liter remains in the small bucket. To reach the ultimate state, simply empty all the water from the medium bucket into the main bucket. This brings us to 0.10 and 11. Once we reach this point, it means we have successfully measured exactly 1 liter of water. No guessing, no trial and error. Did you enjoy this Japanese solution? This shows us that these riddles aren't just about playing with buckets. There's a beautiful geometric logic behind them. If you learn it, you can solve any riddle of this kind. Now it's your turn. If you understood this method, I have a tougher challenge for you. Imagine you have an 8-liter bucket full of water and 2 empty buckets of 5 and 3 liters. How can you measure exactly 4 liters without guessing? Write the path of movement for us in the comments. For example, from 0, 0 to 5, 0, and so on. If you liked this video and want to solve more cool riddles using these smart methods, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, goodbye.